Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon, all my good people. Welcome back to the Operation Heal 100 Hearts channel where we do what? Focus on healing, humor, and hot topics. This segment of my channel is dedicated to the healing segment, and I wanted to come to you guys with another damn Dijah. I know I don't do damn Dijahs often, so you guys probably missed this segment of my channel. Really, a lot of the healing segment of my channel goes to Dear Dijah, right? And the reason why I love the Damn Dijah segment is because Dear Dijah is helping other people on their healing journeys, is assisting others, is doing a service for other people, which I enjoy. I enjoy and I actually love, right? That's what God has put me here to do, to be a service to others, and it's one of my life's joys, right? But the number one thing on the top of my list and what I find the most joy in doing is servicing myself, right? I find the most joy in partnering with God to become a better person because I feel like there's so much left for me to do on this earth, and I'm honestly just getting started, and everything starts and ends with who? Me. Right, so let's get through this. Let's get through this damn Dijah, right? The reason why I'm here today is because I discovered something, and I want to send out some apologies as a part of what I discovered. I have been on my healing journey 14 years, right? And praise God, ooh, right? I started to work 14 years. No, I started to work 12 years ago. I'm sorry. I started to work 12 years ago on myself, right? I said, listen, I'm not happy. I'm miserable. I feel like I'm dying because I'm not doing what I need to do. I'm not taking care of me. And that was physically, emotionally, mentally, all across the board, right? So I decided that I needed healing. I needed help. And me and God partnered up and made something great happen. 2 years later, I decided to start doing the work with other people when I was confident enough on my journey to feel like I could assist others, right? And prior to my healing journey, I always cringe when I have to have these conversations because they are not fun for me, because reminiscing about my past and who I used to be is not always fun. And also trying to remember that it's still a journey for me to get away from that person because I was that person for so long, right? And one of the things that I did when I was not in my healing space, when I was an unhealed version of myself, is, I kept a lot of shit going. I stirred the pot a lot. I was in a lot of drama, a lot of gossip. That's where that was the central focus of my life, right? So especially when I lived in the projects, right? So for me, is you wake up, you in somebody else's business, until you go to sleep, you're in somebody else's business, in another situation, basically keeping conversation and surrounding myself with a lot of drama and a lot of antics, right? As I started to get older, when we moved out the projects, I wasn't as intrigued with all of the drama and the antics, and I wasn't as much a part of it. But there was still a sector or a segment of my life where I fed into it and I enjoyed it and I engaged with it, right? And even now, I still engage with it. It's just that I don't do it in a negative way. I do it on my YouTube channel when we talk about the shows or the hot topics or so on and so forth. I use it in a more positive sense where I'm trying to just lend my opinion to help others as opposed to, it being dramatic and it being negative and so on and so forth. Anyway, because of that, that's what I was known for. That's what I was known for. That's how people perceived me. That's pretty much who I was. So if anybody wanted to know the drama, to get the drama started, or to be a part of the drama and engage in the drama, Khadijah was who they called, right? Which, fine. Okay, that was my thing. And granted, when they call, I'm right there on the line. Yeah, girl, what's up? Yeah, she what? So what we going to do? You want me to come over there with? Just all this BS that, again, oh, Lord, that was one of the major things that I needed to get away from to embark on my healing journey, because the reason why I was a part of those things was because they were a perfect distraction from working on who I am and what I needed to do for self. On my healing journey, I needed to focus on myself and what I needed to do for me and not others and what they had going on. Anywho, people knew me for that. They would call me, text me, hey, da, 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 right? Fine. That's all felt fine, well, and dandy. Now let's fast forward to adult life, right, where I am on a healing journey. If people want to know about shows and things of that nature and they know I watch it, they will come to my social media platforms for my feedback. They will call me and say, girl, you seen this, you watched this, and we can kind of discuss it, and I can put a more positive spin on it because I'm in a different space in my life. But what I have noticed is that it's still a very large sector of people who only call on me for negative gossip and drama, right? And the reason I opened this up saying that I owe those people an apology, and I do. I do. Because what started to end up happening is when I'm now on my healing journey and my soul being is not centered in gossip and drama, when people call you about it or they try to engage you in it, for some odd reason, it starts to irritate you, right? That's with any situation. That's just like somebody wants to bring up about, let's just say you were in a negative relationship, right? You were in a relationship where you and a person fought and there was always some form of issues and yada, yada, yada. Once you're out there and you're in a better situation, if you're around somebody and they're constantly bringing it up or they constantly want to engage you in conversation about that, it begins to irritate you because you're past that. Right? So that's what was happening to me. People will call me and be telling me about somebody else's bullshit, somebody else's drama, somebody else's something that has nothing to do with me. And because I'm not in that headspace anymore, and that's not what I'm interested in anymore, and that's not what I want to engage in anymore, I found myself getting annoyed. Right? And when I would get annoyed with it, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, are you serious? So what I noticed that I would start doing is my first thing that I would do was, because these are people that I've probably been close with and known all my life, I would try to gauge the conversation in a different direction. So say like somebody called me and be like, girl, go on Facebook. You want to see that Harry is over there fighting with Mary, and then we going to try to find out who Mary other woman is, right? So I would be like, girl, I don't give a damn about that, but I'm going to tell you, did you see what I wrote on Facebook? I wrote on Facebook that I was trying to get into this program, and they didn't want to let me in because I didn't have my license. So you and I, like, I would try to change the conversation so we can now discuss something more positive and also something that I'm interested in, because that is not my life anymore, right? And I noticed for most of my people, that didn't really work. That did not really work. They give me about 3 seconds of that bullshit I just told them about, and they're like, okay, girl, we'll get to that, but did you hear what I said? Go look for, and then they be sending me screenshots, and then they got to get more people on the phone, and yada, 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 yada. Once again, it began to irritate me. So then it escalated to a point where it irritated me so bad that I wasn't answering the phone for people no more. Right? Because I'm like, you know what? You just want to call me with your drama and your bullshit, and you want me to guide you and engage you and entertain you with how dramatic you should be or how much more you should engage in that drama, when that's not my life anymore. I don't want to hear that bullshit, right? So now I'm not engaging with them people. I'm not answering the phone. I'm not answering text messages. I'm not even commenting on posts on social media when people put up shit about drama, because I'm so disconnected from it, right? Now fast forward to me starting my business. I started my business, Operation Heal 100 Hearts, my baby, my boo. She's going to be 10 years old in 9 days, and I love her dearly. I started her in 2014. And in starting her, my mind has now shifted into, not only am I already in a positive and in a healing space, but now I'm shifting into a business space. So now most of my conversations are centered around starting my business, getting it off the ground, what it's going to look like in the future, my business plan, where I want to take it, what it look, just formalizing and formulating what my actual business is going to become. And that was very exciting for me because, like I said, Operation Heal 100 Hearts is my baby. It is my life's journey. I would never abandon it. I gave birth to it, me alone. Right? So I love it. So what I got to see about that was I was a person that I am a person that whatever you tell me you got going on, I don't care in what way that I do it, I always do my best to show you support and love. Right? And when I seen that I started my business and folks weren't reciprocating what I would give, that was another blow to the face. Like, wow. But I always got support where it was needed and when I needed it. So it didn't matter who did or didn't. What I also got to see was that it would be folks around me, the same folks who will call me about gossip and drama, that would now have their own business ventures and their own positive things that they have going on. And I noticed that I would never be the person that they called for those things. They were only still calling me about gossip and negativity and drama. right? And I'm like, wow, that really pissed me off. So now when I'm seeing that, okay, boom. So let me get this straight. I'm already dubbing you for calling me about gossip and drama and negativity. And now I'm starting a business and you starting a business. And instead of you calling me wanting to talk about how we can make our businesses grow and how we can collaborate, you still going around me to talk to other folks about that. And you to talk to other folks about your business. And you still calling me about negativity and drama. So now you're dumb. I'm really not answering for you. I'm not texting you. I'm not even engaging with you no more. And I was dead ass wrong. I was dead ass wrong. And I was wrong. Let me sip my water. I was wrong, which is why I'm here to apologize, right? And this apology is a general apology for everybody, right? Nobody is excluded from this apology. I owe it to everybody, every single person. And the reason why I want to apologize is because I introduced a version of myself, right, to these people. And instead of me sharing that that's no longer who I am and that's no longer what I was about, I just expected them to know that that was the case and handle me differently. That's not the way the world works. A closed mouth don't get fed on this boulevard. Okay? So I can't be mad about who I used to be. I can't be mad if people treat me like who I used to be. I can only continue to show up with who I am now. And I think instead of me showing up and continuously showing that that's no longer who I am, that's no longer what I'm about, I just disconnected from those people. And that was not fair. That was not fair. And I do feel a little guilt because I don't want them to feel like, no, 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 no. I don't love you and I don't care about you. I do, 100%. But I don't think you understand that I'm not that Khadijah that I used to be. I think the reason why I didn't say that to those people and I didn't share that with those people because I was in fear of what I would receive back after now sharing this new person with those people. Which I'm looking at myself like, well, what is there to fear? Because when you didn't share, you still disconnected from them. So if you was going to share and lose them, either way you take the loss. What's the fear, Khadijah? And I think a large part, if not the whole part of the healing journey is being accountable. Is being accountable and being able to say, listen, there is a role and a part you played, my dear. Whether you want to believe it or not, whether it was intentional or not, whether you understand it or not. The reality of it is there is a role that you played and you need to own that. So this is me owning that, no, I'm not perfect. I did shift on a lot of my people, right? I did shift on a lot of my people. Now, in all fairness, I am 100, 200, 300, 400, 500. I am infinity% proud of the shift. I am very grateful and thankful that God has motivated me to change some of my negative ways. So this is not by any means being regretful of who I am now. I'm just regretful of the way I handle sharing with my people or not of who I had become, right? So because of that, I want to take ownership in not being clear and sharing that gossip and that drama and that BS that you always want to discuss and it's only the time that you call me is some of the stuff that I don't want to hear. You know what I'm saying? How about you call me with all of the business stuff and all of the opportunities that you have and you're embarking on and let me know where I can be of some help and be a part of those things that's happening in your life. Those other things I'm done with. I am totally and completely done with. And in all fairness to me, because, I want to say this too, I did try to do that, but I didn't actually say the words. I should have come out and said, this is not working for me anymore. I have other things that I want to discuss and other things that I want to be a part of. And I should have been honest enough and forthcoming with that. As opposed to hoping that somebody would see that and then automatically respond to that. That's not the way life always works. So I am at 4. I am at 4. I am at 4. And for my people, like I have a god sister, and I can mention this because she never watches my videos. But she's one of the people that I should call and definitely have a conversation with, because I noticed that she lives out of state, so when any type of drama happens up here, I'm the first phone call she makes. She has a lot of opportunities and a lot of things that she does that elevates her to a higher woman. She doesn't call me for any of those things. But in all fairness to her, why would she? We've never talked about any of those things in the past. We've only talked about the drama and the BS that goes on. I opened up the floodgates for that. And the same way I can open them, I can now close them. So the healing journey it's a lot. It's a lot because a lot of times you have to take ownership for the issue did, even if it's such a minute part of the situation. Let's just say somebody is 97% wrong and you only 3%. Who cares? Who cares? You have a percentage in it, so you need to own your part and you need to make up for it. So in that case, I need to make up for the fact that I opened the floodgates for all of my conversations and all of the times that we shared together to be about negativity, drama, and BS. I am no longer in this day and age in that space to entertain or engage in any of that. So I'm going to make it clear to my people so we can now move forward in a different direction or not move forward at all. We'll see. At least I will have done my part and owned what I needed to do. In any event, that's my damn Dijah. I have some work to do. The self-work is never ending. Let me just say this. You would think I just share with you guys, I've been on this journey 12 years. No. It's never fucking ending. Okay? Never ending. You learn one thing about yourself in 1 minute, and then a week, a day, or how many ever later, you learn something else. It's never ending. But, we do what we can, and we continue growing and continue evolving and continue learning and becoming better. And that's what I plan on doing. So thank you guys for tuning in and hearing my BS and holding me accountable. I love you guys. Please, if you have anything to lend to this conversation, I would love to hear it. I always tell you guys, please drop down in the comment section with whatever you have to say. I do not debate or delete, and anything is up for discussion as long as it's not disrespectful. If you're new here, please like, comment, share, subscribe, and thank you for tuning in. Mwah.